Crossover Media.
Let me know if y'all want a reaction to this project, but we're gonna see which of these two songs are better.
3hreeSix hours. I don't need flowers. I need me a bro house. You got 23, only got the social. Fuck going through the ghetto in a house. I'd rather go through nights bitching the earth. The love that I've been giving ain't got same back in return. They say that life's against so I feel like I've been cursed.
What I'm already looking forward to is Potter starting the verse. I'm assuming this is probably going to be the hook. Potter and Huncho balance each other out so much. They both have a bit of a monotone, kind of predictable kind of element to their music sometimes. So them being able to come together complements their style. So I'm looking forward to, after this, Potter just jumping right in. I'm already kind of like,
I promise when they're rapping it's all fictitious. I made a promise to the block and brought home 6 figures. I made a mess all of his top with all them incisions. And we ain't cutting through the block unless we're in dingers. My boys in Cali sticking weed all in warehouses. I'm being smart with my money, I need spare houses. You'd think I do more rapping, I do bare counting. I used to do bare bagging up in fiends' houses. I see Tony on the dirty on the chair gouging.
nah. This is the Potter Payper that I like. This right here, when he picks the right beat, he has the right feature to complement him. Granted, this is a joint venture. This album was a joint project. But this is the Potter that I like. And this is the reason why I feel so strongly about Thanks for Waiting. I'm really excited to hear Thanks for Hating. I know it's been months. But just how he's complementing the beat and vice versa. He usually raps really flipping well, but his flows tend to bore me. But when he gets into this bag where he's being a rapper, and not just being Potter Payper, like he's being a rapper in its totality, picking the right beats, saying the right things, being entertaining, that's the Potter that I like.
I see Tony on the dirty on the chair gouging. When I used to have the jacket with a tear down it. You the type to have a 1 pop with a spare round in. I had a 38 in nannies, not no shared housing. Fuck going through the ghetto in a hearse. When all my life I've been considered as the worst. I'm in that bitch 4 shanks in a murk. Cause uptown that's to put you in the dirt. Cabbies on the curb. I told my young G focus and you better watch and learn.
It's like this sounds so out of both their elements, but not at the same time. This definitely sounds like Thanks for Waiting. That's why I love that project so much. Potter was able to maintain all of the things that people love about him as a rapper, but he started constructing songs and really making enjoyable music. And it's not that the things that he dropped prior to that wasn't enjoyable, but it's like they were so intense and just so lyrical, and there was just so much. You're not even able to appreciate it just for fun. Like you have to then listen to it like it's a flipping thesis or something when he raps. I like when Potter makes things that you could just sit down and enjoy and just take in at a surface level, but also listen for a little bit more of a deeper element.
I am not a trapper, this a disclaimer. This is entertainment, I'm an entertainer. I'm a Scorpio, baby, I can see you later. We can only fuck once, more time I just face fuck. Melody, Penelope, Kyra, Angeline, these ain't even hoes. Them I'm throwing their Cantonese. Flexing on these broke boys with the racks out.
The beat might be the best thing about this song here. They're spinning it, don't get me wrong, but the beat might be the best thing about this song.
Sometime out for a while, yeah, but right now. Can't get rid of this farm, yeah, I got cash cows.
And they're just having fun.
And if you fuck around, you're gonna find out. This
is definitely a playlist song.
I promise if you focus, you will.
I wish Potter would have jumped back in. Like, I'm kind of getting tired of hearing Huncho's voice. It's like, if you're not going to be saying something, by saying something, I mean like saying something meaningful, you need that back and forth, as I said earlier on, because they can both get kind of boring kind of fast. Despite how good they are at what they do, it's like we've gotten so much from them that it's like you have to start switching it up. And that's why I like what I'm hearing. So we're going to hear whether or not the next song is able to do that and which one I think is better. This one already sounds like Potter's going to do what he does, and then Huncho's going to add a melodic element to it to kind of amplify it a bit, but we'll see.
A wise man once said, I forgot the phrase. I was banged up with a life, I gave me lots of game. If I show you how to hustle backwards, 100 things, 100 ways, 100 bricks, 100 days. Singer spinners, number plates. Said he's got 100 problems, cause he's got 100 maids. Trying to feed 1,000 mouths, dinners on 1,000 plates. You think I need you now? You're a little too late, cause you was busy hating on me. But I
almost didn't even want to pause it. Something about this, it sounds Training Day 1 or 2-ish. It's probably the strings, like just something about that. It just has that super raw emotional vibe. And in the way that he's rapping, it's very familiar. He has slight subtle switches in there, but he's really on cruise control now. So I think if I'm right, Huncho's gonna come in, add that melodic element to it, just to kind of spice it up a bit. But this is very much so Potter's song right now.
Being Hunch, that's like budging cocaine. Then we came to showcase, yeah, there was some broke days. I put white on the table, all my gums like Colgate. Rocking at the pot like we're here with Coldplay. 3hreeSix hours that I spend in a bundle, just packs, no lights, just a candle, little bitch. B2K back to kilos and I got my little fizz. In the jungle so long, I had to get my own sticks.
It's interesting when you can tell who's more out of their element. The last one felt more like Huncho's element. He has to kind of scale back a little bit in terms of how he delivers, whereas Potter's right in that pocket where he's able to say the things that he wants to say. This kind of pocket allows him to be a little bit more thoughtful, say things that have a little bit more of a punch, whereas the previous one is more like you got to give him the one-liners, the fun things that make you say, ha, I caught that. Not really too much substance, so to speak. Huncho, he has to meet Potter where he's at, but he also has to complement it. If he also jumps in with the super introspective kind of vibe, it might take a little bit of the wind out of the song, might get a little bit overwhelming with just how thoughtful it is, for lack of a better way to put it. So he needs to have a little bit more of an entertaining edge, and that's what he's bringing here. But this one definitely sounds like it's a little bit more out of Huncho's element and more in Potter's.
Some of my friends are dead, I wish they had some more time. We bought nutribullets,
So now he is.
protein shakes. I've seen bleeding from young, guess I'm a codeine baby. I drink Henny from the bottle, this ain't activist. I'm still on the front line like an activist. We do YG of the month, who's the activist? And you best not say my name if you get grabbed with this.
Nah! There's no way Potter just said that.
I'm still on the front line like an activist.
Nah.
We do YG of the month,
Who's the activist?
And you best not say my name if you get grabbed with this. The way I cook crap, I might need a lab for this. I really been on the corner selling grams of fish. Before I step out the kitchen, I grab my kitch. And I still think on money, don't make me grab your wrist. Grab my wrist, I'll grab the clip, the energy you're giving me.
Picking up where he left off.
All these kids are
I like that they're feeding off of each other. Again, I still think that the previous song's pocket allows Huncho to express himself in the way that he usually does, while this one allows Potter to express himself in the way that he usually does. I hope that's what the project was, like a balance of them kind of exploring each other's sounds, because that's really interesting to me. I also like that they're constantly going back and referencing 36 hours, 36 hours. If that's something that they kind of did throughout the whole project, and what they were doing in different 36 hours, like 36 hours in the trap, 36 hours in the booth, there's in different instances of 36 hours. I like that as a concept, and it's so simple, but I like that it's so self-referential in a thoughtful way. Super, super creative.
all these kids, I father them. I should start an orphanage. Really, I'm a local kid, a city kid. I'm serving all these nitties quick. I think of ways to be legit. I'm still in my training days, yeah, yeah. Come and listen to who really paved the way, yeah, yeah. Paranoid, I keep it in my pillowcase, yeah, yeah. In my nightmares, I got it on my waist, yeah, yeah.
Now, which one is better? That's the question. When it comes to production, I have to give it to 36 hours. The jumpiness in there, just the way that the bass hits you, I look forward to listening to that in the car. Whereas I prefer the substance and what they were actually saying in Two Wise Men. It had that balance of them saying things that aren't necessarily super deep, so you can listen to it as just a song that's meant for entertainment, but it still has those bars that hit you and feel so personal to their experiences. Delivery-wise, I think I have to give it to 36 hours, even though I'm not too crazy about their flows on it. That beat allowed them to explore a little bit more pockets, and it kind of filled the gaps in their more monotone deliveries. Whereas Two Wise Men was really monotone the whole way through for both of them. They complemented each other, but they didn't really fill in the gaps in what either of them were missing. With that being said, Two Wise Men is definitely the better of these two songs, just because it captures more of who they are at their core. You have the delivery that you love from them if you're a fan already. You have some of those really standout bars, some of the real rap moments moments in there, and it has really good production to wrap it up. Whereas 36 Hours is a bit more surface level, but it's just so much more jumpy and vibey and fun to listen to. If I had to pick, I still think I'm going 36 Hours though. It's more of an anomaly within both of their catalogs, and that makes it something that stands out so much more, and probably something that I'd be more willing to press play over something else. I can get everything that they've done well in Two Wise Men in songs that we've already gotten, while 36 Hours is just that much more memorable between the two.